guys. So this past weekend, right? I went to the Millions Conference, Tiffany Montgomery's Millions Conference. And it's really awesome. If you guys aren't really familiar with it, basically, it's a conference for entrepreneurs, for people who are aspiring to be entrepreneurs, and it's kind of like the whole combining like faith and entrepreneurship. So a lot of it was like business related stuff, so like marketing, branding, that kind of stuff. Then there's also like a lot of faith stuff. So like, well, stuff like, faith, Jesus, all that stuff. So like deliverance, there was like just kind of like identity stuff, all that kind of stuff as well. So it was all together in like this one conference. It's really awesome. Haven't fully processed it. Still going through a lot of like notes and stuff, whatever. But it was a couple things I did have that I wanted to tell you guys about. And so like one thing I'm trying to grow into, one area I'm really trying to grow into is like the supernatural. So like signs, miracles, and wonders, all that kind of stuff. That's something I'm like super interested in. And so like I wasn't necessarily expecting to see miracles at Millions Conference because I really didn't know what to expect. But like I was like, if it happens, that'd be super awesome to witness, right? And so it was like the afternoon session on the day before yesterday, and it was this lady, and I don't even know who this lady was. I think she might have been a speaker from the first day, but the first day was like VIP, and I didn't go to that day. I went to like the general admission following 2 days, right? But I don't know who she was, but she was off to the side. This was during the lunch break. And we had decided, me and the people I came with, we decided to just kind of like go out in turns and like stay so we could, remain in the seats we had, because we had really good seats. We were like literally one row behind VIP. So we had really good seats, right? And so then the lady, she was off to like this corner and she was like praying. She was praying for different people. And people started coming up to her and she would pray for them, whatever, all right? And so I was like, okay, cool. And then, so I'm just sitting there and this lady, this girl in this chair. Well, I'll say this young lady, she was in the wheelchair, right? And this other lady was like pushing the wheelchair, right? And she goes over to the lady who was praying for people. And so then the lady starts praying for her. I couldn't see everything that was happening because like there was like, a whole bunch of chairs and stuff in the way. But I later found out that the lady had her get out the wheelchair and like lay like flat on the floor, right? And so like the lady, I don't know, like there was something there, like you could tell that like something was wrong with her body, and she probably didn't have like a lot of mobility. Like you could just tell kind of like how she was positioned. Like she wasn't even like using, like sometimes people are in wheelchairs, they'll like roll with the person or whatever. Like she didn't like have that. She wasn't doing anything like that. So you could tell like there's something like wrong, like with like her, I don't know exactly what, but something not right, basically, right? So lady had her lie out, and then they were praying, right? And so then, next thing I know, the young lady who's in the wheelchair, she gets up and starts walking literally the entire, like, she walked across the entire, like, length of the, like, conference room. Now, this is a really big room, and this lady is walking. I was like, oh my God, can you believe it? And so then people start seeing it, everybody's like, yeah, awesome moment, right? It's crazy though, because like I'm sitting there like, oh man, God, that's amazing, you're amazing. In the same moment, the doubt started to come up, that voice of doubt, like, oh, well, maybe she could already walk, maybe she had mobility, maybe this is like trying to like downgrade the miracle, like literally this girl's walking, like, but the moment that voice of doubt like immediately came in, and so then that was like the first miracle I saw. And then this other lady, Dr. Faith was at the conference, and she was one of the speakers, and she prayed. She did like an altar call, and she prayed, and she was like, "There's 4 people in this room who like one of your legs is shorter than the other. It causes you pain because if your legs aren't the same, like that'd be really awkward, to walk like that. So it causes you like pain in your body, whatever." And so like Tiffany has a book club, and I'm in the book club on Facebook, so it's a Facebook group. And literally later on that day, so Dr. Faith, let me back up. She prayed for the person, she was like, there's 4 people. She just said the prayer out, like she didn't touch on anybody specifically, but she just prayed that, okay, God's going to like lengthen your legs out so they'll be even. That's basically like the prayer she prayed. Went on, started praying about other stuff, right? And so one of the girls, like in the book club, she's like, that was me. I was one of the 4. And she was like, my legs are now like literally, she's like testifying that her leg grew out, and that they're now even, that there's no more pain and all this other stuff. Like amazing. I'm just like, wow, can you believe it? I'm just like, this is so awesome. So like my faith is like riled up, like, because this is just like kind of like what I've been doing, like when you hear like it's we overcome by the word by the blood of the Lamb, the word of our testimonies. And so being like testimonies, even if you don't personally like eye for eye witness it, like but just hearing other people's testimonies increases your faith. But as soon as I was like, oh hey guys, look at this, and that voice of doubt came in again, like, oh well, did she really get healed? Oh, what really happened? Was it just pain? Go like this voice of doubt came again, and it's crazy. It's like because this is something I'm really trying to go deeper in God with. It's just like really just believing for the impossible. Like I can believe God can do the impossible. That means I can believe that God can do the impossible for me. But if I always am surrounded by doubt, then I can't. That's not gonna help me believe. That's not gonna help me walk in faith. So it's like I just want to encourage you guys that like when those voices come down, you gotta shut them out. You gotta tune them out. You gotta cast them down like in that moment. So it's not something that's like lingering in your spirit. Now you call it like. And it's like I didn't even take a moment to even give that a second thought. I was like, no, this is a miracle. This is awesome. Because the thing is, and I specifically with the one with Dr. Faith because it's happened before. Like at her School of the Prophet last year, there was a girl there, and literally her leg grew out. So like this is something. It's cool. The cool thing about it is, like, let's say you witness a miracle, you're then able to perform it, right? And so it's like I've seen that happen. Like for myself, like the testimony from that myself. Like I wasn't personally there, but I was there with the people or whatever, right? And so like when you like hear these testimonies, you see them, like that activates your faith, and now you can do it yourself. So like I'm trying to activate my faith. I'm trying to grow in my faith, where I can be out here doing those same type of miracles, right? So I don't have time like in the season to be like focusing on those negative words of doubt and words of trying to like diminish like the miracles. So like if there's ever a situation like I think God just did something amazing. Stay there. Don't try to like reason it out. Don't try to like, oh well, technically this don't go there. Like just allow your faith to be built in that moment. Allow God to build your faith in those moments. So then that way the next crazy or radical thing happens, you'll be like, oh yeah, because that's what God does. God just does like the impossible. Because nothing's impossible for him. But so I just wanted to encourage you guys on that. I'll talk to you guys a little bit more about the conference and just stuff soon, but that's pretty much it. So I'll talk to you later.